So I was watching this video of Mr. Dango.
In today's video, I want to show you the top 5 worst exercises for people over the age of 40 and what to do instead. If you're trying to stay
I know he's trying to do good. He's trying to guide and educate people, but something in the education of this video does not seem right. So let's check that.
So, with all that being said, the first exercise to avoid if you're over the age of 40 is heavy back squats. You see, the problem is once you hit 40 and above, heavy axial loading puts massive amounts of compression on the spine and knees. And if you're lacking mobility, and let's be honest, most people are, you end up leaning forward or compensating in some way, shape, or form, which shifts a lot of your stress straight to your knees or lower back. Something people may not know is that heavy back squats are an advanced exercise that's disguised as a simple one. You have to breathe.
Alright, so just because you're 40 plus does not mean you should stop doing squats. 40 is not the age to feel old and be restricted. And axial loading can improve the strength of your spine and overall joints if done properly. So just do it right. Lift enough heavy, not too heavy, because ego lifting is bad for everyone, not just for people over 40. And in case you have lack of mobility issue, then this is not just with people 40 plus, and this is not even just limited to successful business owners, those who have to sit for longer hours. Lack of mobility issue can happen to a person who has been working out regularly as well, because when we sit for too long, we keep our few muscles contracted for longer duration, and during workouts, gym workouts, we contract muscles with weights. And in case you're avoiding any exercise because of this, the first question that comes to your mind should be, why is this issue there? Why am I not able to do this when everyone else can do it? And then work on your flexibility, mobility, and do squats. And there's a clip also in his video where he has shown someone doing squats. Seems like it's his video. The person is not doing it correctly. He's looking down at the floor, which is a big mistake. It puts too much of pressure unnecessarily on your neck, and it can cause neck hump as well. So it's better to keep your eyes looking straight forward or slightly up. That's a better position for your head. Now in this video, because the top part of the spine is not in the right position, the rest of the spine can also be in the compromised position because of this, and that can lead to lower back issue, knee issue, and everything else. So maybe that is the reason why he is against squats.
Now, the next one might piss off a lot of people, but I gotta say it, and it is the conventional deadlift. The ugly truth is, the older you get, the harder it is to recover from heavy conventional pulls. And also, when the bar is in front of you and you're in that deep hinge position, it puts your lumbar discs under an insane shear force. If your hamstrings or your hips are tight, you will eventually round your lower back, and that's when you get the famous "I tweaked my back" stories. Now, if you still like doing deadlifts but want to take some of the risk away, I would recommend trap bar deadlifts instead, because it puts the weight in line with your body. And another one I would recommend is the hip thrusts, because they isolate the glutes and give a little bit of work to the hammies without putting any strain on your lower back.
And deadlift is also good as it is done already. I'm not against the other one that he has suggested, the replacement, trap bar deadlift. But in real life situations, when you have to lift something off the floor, for example, imagine you're in a jungle and you have a heavy stone in front of you that's blocking the way. You'll have to lift it from the front. You can't just cut it from the center and be in the middle to lift it. So for me, the old style is more functional. Seriously, hip thrust is not the replacement of deadlift. If you've done deadlifts before, you know what I'm talking about. The feel that you get after doing deadlifts is not similar to hip thrust. It can cause injury to your lower back only when you're not doing it right. So just learn to do it properly. In case your back is rolling because of long limbs, long legs, then adjust the height of the platform. And that's it. Keep your skeleton in the right position, and it's all good. There is no problem with deadlift. Just don't do ego lifts. Everything is fine.
Now, this one, not a lot of people are going to be happy with me, and I'm talking about long distance running, specifically training for marathons. So I had a client who was 52 and wanted to train for a marathon, so 5 days a week, he would do 10 miles each run, and he was lean, but something was wrong. Eventually, his knees ached constantly. When we checked his blood work, we saw his testosterone completely tanked, and when you look at him, he was more gaunt than fit. And the worst of it was when he wanted to pick up his 3-year-old grandson, and his back started screaming in protest. So we did something that was very simple. We actually had him drop the miles. Then we had him switch over to zone one training, which is walking or walking on an incline while lifting weights at least 3 times a week and maybe doing the odd sprint here and there. 6 months later, he gained 7 pounds of his lean mass back. His total and free testosterone shot up by 25%. He didn't see any pain in his knees and he could pick up his grandson without any pain.
And why would you do that? That person was trying to do something good in his life. He was 52, he was trying to run marathon, and you just told him that you are old. You should stop doing all this. He was just overtraining. Any good coach would advise him to just reduce the number of train running days. Instead of running 5 days, just do it on 2 days, maybe a little gap in between as well. For example, Monday running and Friday running, and on the remaining days in between, do something to boost up your recovery and do something to strengthen your knee joints, like reverse walking and all. I think that would be a great solution to his problem, which would actually help him achieve his goal as well. Because he would be running only on 2 days in a week, you could actually push him to reach for more miles, which would help him in his marathon run, because it's more about endurance and long distance. So, not happy with this advice, definitely. Alright, so in this video, the most recurring reason for his advices was lack of mobility. Now, lack of mobility is not for just people who are 40 plus. This is for all age group. If this is happening, take care of this issue. Do the flexibility mobility work and take care of your nutrition as well, because that plays a very important role. Sometimes, even when you have full range of motion, you feel that weird kind of stiffness in the muscles. So that's because of poor nutrition. There was a study recently that long back actually I read in the email newsletters. That was, I think, maybe it was Harvard or something else, but I read that more protein you consume, more mineral demand inside your body increases. And if you're not taking care of that, it can cause stiffness. So maybe I'm not stating it exactly as the research said, but I've experienced this stiffness with higher protein consumption, and including nuts and seeds into my diet has helped me a lot. So, in case you want to try, no harm in trying it. Nuts and seeds are anyway good. All right, that's it for this one.